I'm counting on you, Al.
This is it. If I play my cards right tonight, Torrio will be dead and it's Al Capone, king of the West Side Mob.
Crime never pays. Famous Gangsters. This is a semi-biography of the famous Chicago mobster, Al Capone, also known as Scarface, whose story to power is Gangster Indeed. Enjoy. A Dramix Audio Comics production.
Al Capone, squatting within the center of a web of crime. Al Capone ruled Chicago with an iron hand. Like an evil star, he ran through the roaring 20s and Prohibition 30s to die in obscurity, unmourned and dishonored. In the early 1920s, Chicago West Side was run by notorious Torrio, whose hangout was a Clark Street saloon. A New York City stevedore entered the saloon one day to ask to see the boss.
Torrio don't see every stumbling bum that asks for him, pal. What did you say your name was?
Torrio sent all the way to New York for me. Just tell him Capone's outside. Al Capone.
Me, Torrio. Runs the West Side. Capone. Now, I'm gonna muscle in on the rest on the East Side. I'm going to need a bodyguard. Someone I can trust. You're it. My own boys might shoot me in the back. See?
What's in it for me?
Plenty. I give you 100 a week to start, plus a collection route for my protective association. Your commission on that, another 200. After that, it's up to you.
You got yourself a boy, Torrio.
That a boy. You won't be going wrong, Capone. Stick with me and you'll be smoking Havana cigars and lighting them with $10 bills.
Okay, Torrio. I'll check in at a hotel and be back here in the morning.
Later at the West Side Hotel.
Chicago. Take a good look at it, Al, 'cause someday it's gonna be your town. You're gonna own it lock, stock, and soul. It's going to bark like a dog at your bidding. Yeah, today, I'm working for Torrio. But when I've picked Torrio's brains of all he can teach me, I'll turn my back and let one of the East Side mugs blast him. That's when I take over.
Capone learned fast during that first year with Torrio and quickly was given leadership of the gang's slugging intimidation squad.
Bauer's not kicking in enough dough to the Protective Association. We're here to convince him he's doing the wrong thing. You guys take care of the store and leave Bauer to me.
Please, Mr. Capone? I'm not trying to hold out. I just don't have enough cash around.
The association don't take excuses, Bauer. That's why I'm here. I'm gonna show you how unhealthy it is. See? I gotta prove to you that it's better to find the cash next time. You boys did a nice job, but this here bomb will sort of polish it off.
Executions were often entrusted to Capone also.
Al! There they are.
Right, Joe. Follow them close. Make it snappy. They've spotted us. When we draw alongside, give them everything we've got.
This is from Torrio's mugs, a message written in lead slugs. Stay out of the West Side or be carried out on a shuttle. That should show the East Side mob we mean business.
Yeah, snap it up. That shooting's gonna draw East Side boys like honey draw bees. I don't want to be around when they get here. This here is the third execution I've carried out for Torrio. Every slug I throw puts him deeper in the driver's seat. But there'll come a time when I'll take over and mugs will be throwing bullets for my side.
Almost another year went by before Al was ready to take over, but Torrio was still in his way. At last came Al's chance to eliminate this obstacle to power.
Al, the East Side mob's imported an out-of-town killer to rub me out. Jake Howard. Know him?
Sure, Torrio. He's a Detroit mobster.
I'm paying a visit to one of my gambling joints tonight. I want you behind the slot in back of the cashier cage. If Howard walks in, blast him.
I'll be there.
I'm counting on you, Al.
This is it. If I play my cards right tonight, Torrio will be dead and it's Al Capone, king of the West Side mob.
Capone tipped Howard off that Torrio could be found at the club that night and waited for the results. They weren't long in coming.
That's Howard and his boys. The fireworks will start any minute now.
Torrio! Howard, you can't do this to me. No. What are the East Side Mob paying? I'll double it. I'll triple it. Howard, I'll...
Run, Torrio, run! I can shoot you in the back just as well!
No. Howard, don't shoot. Don't.
You folks don't try nothing foolish, and keep your trap shut when the cops come. You don't know nothing, see?
Now it's time for me to earn the dough Torrio was paying me to protect him. Thanks for knocking Torrio off my hands, Howard. Now here's your pay. You can spend it in Hades.
Ya knocked all three of them off, Al, but they got Torrio.
Yeah. It's too bad. Now the mob's gonna need another leader. Maybe you guys can guess who that leader's gonna be.
Yeah, Capone, we understand. We'll take your orders.
You bet you will, boys. I've got ideas. I'm spreading out. I'm taking over all Chicago. From here on, this town's gonna have only one mob. Al Capone's.
Bloody gang war erupted in Chicago as Al Capone moved in to wipe out competition.
Here's a present, mugs from Al Capone. Get this, Franchetti. From now on, you East Side joints are taking your liquor and your orders from Al Capone.
Sure, Frenchie, sure. Only what about Fats? He's not gonna like this.
Neither did Fats boys here, and look what that got him. Fats is scheduled for the same treatment, the morgue. Tell him for us.
Yeah, I'll tell him.
But Fats wouldn't scare. So one evening outside his headquarters front,
Hey, that looks like Capone's boys. I'd better give Fats a rumble that trouble's heading his way. Fats. Capone's boys are outside. They're gonna...
Capone's boys are inside slugs.
What?
Yeah, we're right behind you. Al gave you your chance to run and you didn't take it, so now, it's get out of town anyway, only in a pine box.
The rest of you boys better join Capone or take the first freight out of town. You've got till morning to decide. Join or get out of town or die.
most of the mobs in question join, and within a few months, Capone was the undisputed king of Chicago underworld.
Boss, we've got our hands on everything in Chicago, Cicero in the state. What's next?
The country. That sounds screwy, huh? Well, get this. The Capone's mob's gonna hook up with every major mob in the nation from coast to coast. There'll be one big crime syndicate, and we're gonna be on top.
That sounds good, but what about the law?
There's only one law that counts in my setup. And that law's Al Capone. Get it? Al Capone.
During the next several years, Al Capone's empire flourished and grew to a fantastic size. Then, in February 1929...
You said you had bad news, Muggsy. What is it?
Bugs Moran and his gang trying to muscle in on our rackets, boss. He's got a bunch of hot torpedoes and looks like he's loading for war.
Moran, why that cheap hood? Where does he come in, trying to take over? I'll smash him like a cockroach. Where's his headquarters?
He's got a trucking outfit over on Clark Street, boss. He calls it the SMC Carthage Company.
All right, I'm not playing around with Bugs. He's gotta go, fast, and in such a way as to scare off any other punk who's got ideas. Get the boys together. Have 'em meet me here.
Okay.
Later.
We're going to rub out Bugs Moran and his mob. His whole mob. We're gonna do it today. Muggsy, did you get those police uniforms I asked you for?
Yes, boss.
I want all 6 of you in on this job. 4 of you pose as uniformed coppers. The others are plainclothes dicks. You know what to do once you reach Moran's SMC garage.
On St. Valentine's Day, February 14th, 1929. Capone's execution squad pulled up in front of Moran's garage.
Wait, Frank. It's the cops. Looks like they're gonna raid the garage.
Yeah, only they're none of the local law. I know every copper in the precinct. There's not one amongst them.
Yeah. Maybe it's a special squad from the DA's office. Let's get out of here. We'll come back after the coppers leave.
But it wasn't cops in a pinch that followed. For inside the garage, 7 of Moran's men were looking at the face of death.
You're foolin'. Even Capone wouldn't think of rubbing out 7 men at once. Why, that's a regular massacre.
Yeah, that's just what Capone said. Go over to Moran's garage and give Moran's boys a Valentine's gift from Capone. Jeez, every one of them dead. This is gonna make history.
Yeah, but I wonder if even Capone can get away with this.
Incredible as it seems, Capone did get away with the Valentine's Day massacre. When his empire was finally smashed, it was the federal men that did it, due to violations of income tax laws.
All right, Capone, you're through. I'm Agent Frank Wilson, and I've got a United States warrant for you. Tell your guerrillas to play nice.
Do what the man says, boys. There's one type of law you can't monkey with, federal law and the coppers that enforce it.
Capone was right. The federal men smashed his empire and sent Al himself to Alcatraz. Years later, he came out a sick and broken man and died soon after ending his incredible career. The end.
Al Capone found out the hard way that crime pays you now, and karma pays you later. Wouldn't you agree? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified when Dramix uploads a new video. Thank you.